Hi guys, my name is Pat Dannenberg. I'm the field director for Nevada Area Council.
And I'm Rod Soule. I'm the Sierra District Commissioner in the Nevada Area Council.
And we're here to show you tonight a couple of things on beascout.org, how to help you set up your PIN, and also how to set up your unit to be ready for the family scouting program and be able to also be recognized on beascout.org as a boy and girl unit, or just a boy unit, or a girl only unit. So
all right, so we'll get started with how to first setting up the beascout.org PIN, which is where people will first access your unit online. So this is access through your my.scouting.org account. Has to be done by one of the key three members, which is the chartered organization rep, the cub master, or the unit leader, or the committee chair. Has to be done by one of those three.
Yeah, Rod, you'll notice too, like on this page, you have the ability to go in and put several alternate contacts on all that on there. A lot of people think those alternate contacts are the ones that will get notices from beascout.org and be able to access that and so forth. That's not the case. It's that key three, like you were saying.
Right.
And Rod, the most important thing is right up here on the top of the page. When you select a unit, there's an apply status and this drop down button. In order for you to receive applications online, you have to have that switched over to active. So if it's switched as inactive, you won't be able to get any applications online as a unit.
And first check to make sure your PIN is active as well. Your PIN may not have been activated and you may not be showing up there at all. So make sure both of those boxes say active.
Correct. And that's really important because that's turned off and your PIN doesn't even show up on beascout.org. And you know, the next thing is making sure that you have all the contact people that you want on there. There's lots of different ways to put it, but you want to make sure that your cub master or somebody from the unit key 3 is there.
So you've got your primary contact, your alternate contact information, but you also have your unit meeting information. Where does your unit meet at? And additional unit information of people that they can contact, how often you meet, that type of thing. Get a lot of that information on there that people can pull up and research your unit a little bit and answer, and prevent having to ask a lot of questions about your unit.
Right. And, you know, Rod, what's important on here too is with the unit meeting address, you really have a situation where whatever address you put in on there, that's where your beascout.org PIN is going to show up.
Right. So because the PIN shows up on a map, so they can get directions right to your location where you're meeting. Make sure it's your meeting address, not your chartered organization rep's address.
Yeah, and you'll notice right below the unit meeting address section, there's a little spot in here where it talks about unit additional information. And so when you click on a PIN on beascout.org, you see a couple of items there. What you're really seeing is this PIN and this information down here. But the unit additional information, you'll notice right here, it says email us at, and in this case, we put our Cub Scout Packs 3 primary contact people. We put that email address and it shows right up down here in the unit PIN preview. So you get a good idea what's going to show up. And then make sure you notice also these fields to display. You have all sorts of things that you can put over there and click on. And you'll notice how that interacts with your unit PIN preview when displaying more information. Rod, is there anything else you think we need to share with the beascout.org?
No, I think that'll make it to where your unit shows up on there and they can get a hold of the right people and you can start taking applications online.
Yeah, and you know, something that's good help in there is you have the unit website. You know, you can put your pack website, troop website. You can do a Facebook address in there. You can change the unit logo for your page. Sometimes some people like to see a different logo in there or a picture of what you're doing as pack, whatever. or maybe even a collage of pictures can go in there too. So
take advantage of those as much as you can.
So Rod, should we switch over to my.scouting?
Right. So now we've set up the pin, but now we have to go to my.scouting.org and set up some of the functionality of what the pin will let people do and how it will do it within your registration system. So you're seeing here, we're going to access the menu and we're going to go down. You're going to go to your pack information, and you're going to go to the organizational manager. And you're going to bring up this screen here, and you're going to go to the over there on the right-hand side, you'll see a button that says settings. And this is the settings for your PIN and for your online applications. So you can start taking applications for kids and adults now online, and they don't have to fill out the paperwork and turn it into the Scout office. So you can pay by credit card right off the bat. You can pay by credit card so that people can pay right there and get that done. You can set that, accept credit cards, you can accept checks, you can accept cash.
Well, actually, Rod is set up for our website to only do credit cards.
Okay, so we're on credit card, which is really how everybody does everything anyway.
Yeah, if they're willing to sign up online, then they're going to be willing to do a credit card.
That's right.
Rod, one of the things that's important to notice in here, it says who accepts applications. It's this little section right here. So that section is set up for the adult applications that's referencing. And your unit key 3 can accept the youth applications and approve youth applications. But you'll notice in this drop down, it talks about COR, your chartered organization representative, only required. Is when you select this drop down for that, that's the only person allowed to accept adult applications. If you set up and it says CC and COR required, then both your CC and your COR are required to approve the adult app. So I kind of recommend just leaving it COR only required because it's less work. Granted, your downside is we all know many of our chartered organization representatives don't necessarily want to go in on the computer and take care of this. So you have to have somebody computer savvy that's ready to do that for you.
And available.
And available, yeah. Now, as you scroll down, there's a couple of things that you have a choice in. Include fees, fee explanation. You have an opt-in and opt-out on that. You can put in the dollar amount. So let's say you have to pay $33 for the entire course of a year to register. Okay, well, your PAC wants to charge $100. So you take and add on top of that whatever the PAC dues are. Now, don't forget, though, as you go through the course of the year, that amount of $33 is decreasing every month because it's prorated for the month that somebody joins. So think more along the lines of this is what our PAC charges or our troop charges, and this is what Boy Scouts is going to charge, because whatever the prorated amount is what they're going to pay, and then it's going to add this dollar amount on top of that, okay?
And you can set an explanation of what those fees go to so people know what the fees are for. If you're charging for summer camp fees or other things like that, you can put an explanation because people want to know where that money's going.
Right. Something else you can do is turn on welcome emails. You have the option. So if somebody goes through and signs up online, you can tell them right away, here's contact info. Here's the link to your info for the troop or PAC. Maybe here's a calendar. Click on this, download. It's that first initial email. So as soon as they click submit and for their online application, they're getting this email. And so think about what you're putting in there.
If you're using Scoutbook, this is a great place to get them to go and log into Scoutbook, and because as soon as they finish this their application, they should go in and register with Scoutbook, and they can get right in and be on all the Scoutbook emails and participate in your Scoutbook. So if you're doing that, make sure you're using this.
And if they're going to be an adult leader, you can put that message in there. Thanks for signing up to be an adult leader. Here's where you go to get training at my.scouting.org. And make sure you click on and do youth protection training and your position training, because we all know that both of those are required. So
here's the one that we're all about tonight, is the family scouting, where we're allowing girls now to enter Cub Scouting. And it's up, you have to go with your chartered organization representative and get approval from them that you can go ahead and do this. And then you can go in here and first thing to do is right here is opt in or out for family scouting. So if you're going to go with family scouting, you're going to opt in. Now you're going to put in your effective date, which we can put in right now. We can put in today's date, and then unit can accept. So you can accept boys only, girls only, or both boys and girls. So Cub Scout packs can do any one of the three. So you can have boys and girls in a single Cub Scout pack. Troops, which you're not going to be able to do until February of 2019, it will have to be either all boys or all girls. But Cub Scouts can be both.
And Rod, is there any paperwork that you know of for a pack to go ahead and fill out for becoming boy and girl, or just girl?
There's no paperwork right now that you need to submit to the local area council for that. You just need to go and make sure that you're straight with your chartered organization and they agree with you that they want to do both boys and girls, or they want to do which one they want to do. And I would strongly suggest that you go and sit down with your charter organization and make sure they're clear about what you're opting in for.
And you probably need to let your district executive know too, so that they can have the recruiting materials right for you.
Right. You're going to have your district executive let them know. That way they're aware that you've opted in, which way you've gone, and you've opted in and you're ready to go, and they're ready to support you whichever way you're going right now.
Yeah. Because
it is ultimately the decision of the chartered organization as to whether you're doing family scouting or not.
Right. And it's really important. You know, we've made changes on this page, so now we need to hit commit and make sure that it's done. Oh, it says please fill email text. You know, and for the purpose of this, I'm going to come back up here and opt out on that for now, so that we can go ahead and save this and hit commit.
And make sure you see that green updated successfully. That means that everything's been gone through as supposed to. Don't be afraid with this website to wait a little bit. It can be a little bit slow, but make sure you get that green logo at the bottom.
And what's helpful to know, Rod, with this, when you click that opt-in, you put the date, boys and girls, that's going to change your beascout.org pin. And on your pin, you'll notice that it says accepting boys and girls. And so if you were to do a search on beascout.org, and we could probably show you that here in a second.
Do that right now.
That's let's see here. Let's select a program. Let's hit Cub Scouts. And let's put 89521 for South Reno. And here's pack 15 right here at the beginning. And you'll notice that it's got the contact info. Here's that preview info that was showing up. It says email us at with all that info. Now you'll see also, if I were to come over here to the left, you can say DENS for boys or girls. And a lot of people forget that you got to come down here and hit show results. And it doesn't say that pack 15 has been updated yet. It takes 24 hours for that to post online overnight.
But you'll see that now come up as a unit that can accept boys and girls. And the parents can go right into the apply now and go right in and get more information, or they can request more information and they'll get a response back from the leadership in the pack as to if they need to know when they meet, how often they meet, and so on.
Yeah, Rod, let's switch back over to my.scouting.org real quick. And we were looking at the organizational manager, and we clicked on the settings tab, but let's click back over into it and go back down into under the unit, and there's application manager. You want to walk them through the application manager just for a second?
So you're going to see as applications get filed online, a youth application needs to be approved by the unit leader, the Cub Master or the Scout Master, and then the adult applications will have to be approved by the chartered organization rep. And you'll see here down here the ones that are pending on your youth applications. You're going to see the ones that are pending acceptance, pending reassignment, other things. Your important thing is the number that are pending acceptance. You need to go in and click on those ones, and you want to look for any others that are, you know, pending response, agreement, other assignments. That means there may be an error or some problem with it. So, but you want to pay attention to the pending acceptance. You want to get in, get them approved, and as soon as you approve them, then they go right onto your roster. They're part of your, they'll be part of your scout book roster, everything. So it really makes your life simple doing these applications. And the same thing happens for the adult. The adult, you're going to get the same thing here if you're applying with adults. You're going to get pending acceptance, pending emails, so on. So pay attention to your application manager during this recruitment season. The quicker you get them in there, the quicker they're on your roster.
Yep. And you know, Rod, what really helps in that process is if you talk to your district executive, they can get you a short URL, or they can get you a QR code, barcode that you can have for a mobile phone at your recruitment night, and people can just click on that, fill that out, and turn it in right away. And one of the great things about that is there's no questions really asked. It's a very smooth process to fill out that application. And if you have a paper application, people kind of get stumbling on that.
And there's different pages and things like that that make it difficult. So they can fill out these applications right on their phone while they're there at your sign up night or your first contact night. They can do it right there on their phone, right there with you. So that makes this a very easy process if you can to do it, particularly these youth applications, to get all your kids registered and into your roster and get them into dens and get them started quickly.
Now, Rod, you know, one of the things we're able to see this information tonight on My.Scouting because this account is set up as one of the key 3 for our Pack 15. And so just want to make sure that if you're trying to accept the applications, know that you got to be part of those key 3 or a key 3 delegate to be able to get in and really access and help process these applications for the youth. For the adult, though, don't forget, if you click that CR only the chartered organization representative is really going to be able to get in and accept that adult application.
So you're going to have to get in there and look at those and see if there are adult applications pending. And you may have to contact your COR and ask them to go online and approve those. So you can see the status of them. You may not just be able to do the approval. So pay attention to this on both youth and adult and get them through. Particularly this recruitment season here of August, September, and October, you're going to have a lot of applications. Hopefully you've got a lot of applications going through here and you don't have to use the paper form.
Yeah, I think Scouting's really tried to make it easier for people to accept applications by turning on this online process. I hope everyone is able to go ahead and take a look at this and start this. If you have questions on trying to get this process completed, whether you have access issues for beascout.org or doing something My.Scouting, reach out to your district executive. If they can't help answer your questions, then you'll be able to have the choice also to reach out to the National Scout Office through hotline phone number and kind of ask them questions on it too.
And don't be afraid to use your unit commissioner as well. He can also give you some help with this as well.
Rod, did you have any other questions or things that we probably should bring up for tonight?
Nope, I think that's it. Please get in there and take advantage of this. And it's not a single step process, but we wanted to make this video so that all of you could see what the process is. As you can see, it doesn't take long to go through and do it. It's very quick to do. And get yourself set up before your recruitment night so that you can take these online applications efficiently.
Yeah, it's a great program that we have. Hope you guys make it a great fall and a great year in scouting, and take the time to set this up. I agree, Rod. And don't forget to turn on your beascout.org accounts. Don't forget to turn on Scoutbook. There's a lot of great tools out there to help you out now.
That's it.
All right.
Good night.
Good night. Make it a great day in scouting.